Welcome, welcome, welcome to Live with Mama. Hope you're having a great, glorious day. This is December 27th?
7.
Wow. December 27th.
Sharp pitch.
I'm very sorry.
You getting those?
Very sorry, dear heart.
Hey, Abby.
Hey, guys. Welcome, welcome. Let's see if I can find myself tonight.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, guys. Hi. Okay, let me see here. I'm just trying to find myself so we can get this all done. Hi, guys. Hi, Ann, Katie, Abby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, it is going to be an interesting weekend. What does everybody have planned for this final weekend of 2024? Anything to send this year out? Anything to woo us into doing something other than what we had planned, which is basically eat, sleep, and be merry? Christmas? Hi, Diane. Welcome. Because I don't think we have anything planned at all this weekend. I don't think we do.
No.
I think we are literally just chilling.
Cleaning in. We should do that.
And yeah, that is something we need to do. Hopefully after this holiday stuff is passed, we can get the maintenance people to come and fix our sink. Because we have a drain issue in our sink. And as in, we drain the water out of the sink and it comes out the wall. We have a drainage pipe burst, so we need to get that fixed. Right now, we're not putting water in the kitchen sink, which means
sleep and be merry.
Hauling things around. Katie, that is a wonderful vibe. Okay, let's see. Oh, I hate it when I can't find what I'm looking for. All right. So, I hope everybody is having a great week and going to have a great weekend. If you are interested in one of our live specials, they are listed right up here. All of them are up there. Our donation sites are listed. Our donation links are listed. And they are also in the pinned comments. So you can get to our donation sites either through there and type it in, or go and check it out in the pinned comment. And you just go make your donation for whichever you want. And the $10 you can get for $10, you can get the 3 tarot card and an oracle card, or you can get one of our 4-card tarot specials. And I have been trying to get Lynn to start on our podcast talking about some of those 4-card specials, because when it says special 4-card special tarot spreads, we have over 200 of those available. I know, Katie, us too. I really don't like having people come in and do stuff, and they're going to have to cut the wall out under the sink, and it's going to be such a hassle, and I just don't want to have it done, but we need to do it. So it's just, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. But anyway, also, remember, we do have some non-live specials, some private specials that we have. $15 for our 15-minute typed reading. The 6 tarot card New Year's spread for $15. That's cool, Abby. We'll get you a card, babe. The romance spread, either a deep dive for those of you in a relationship, or the single and searching spread for those of you who are single and searching. We have the past life spread or the mediumship spread. All of those are $15. We also have the holiday feast spread. The holiday feast spread is a really good spread as well for you if you're looking for something. Hi, Darlene. So if you are looking for a private reading, we have several specials that are up. All you have to do is go check those out. Go and message Lynn or I. We'll get you set up for a time this weekend. We'll sit down. We'll do your 15-minute type special. You realize it'll probably be a little longer than 15 minutes because mama has trouble shutting up, but that's the way it's going to work anyway. When we do have regular specials as well, if you are curious and you're like, Mama, I don't know what specials you offer. What do you offer? I don't understand. What can I get privately? All you have to do is go to bguides.help and go to private readings. All of our private readings will show up. They tell you what they are, how much they cost, how long they take, all the information that you need. And if you have any questions beyond that, just message one of us and ask. We are more than happy to answer any questions. But we do the private readings, so just message us and get that set up. All right. Abby Hagalaz. Now, Hagalaz gets a bad rap. People are like, oh no, not another storm. But you know what? Lynn and I, we both love Hagalaz. Well, for one thing, we both love the chaos of the storm. But what I really love about Hagalaz is it is a temporary situation that is going to stir up a lot of stuff that is going to be needing to be stirred up. But it's also going to cleanse the area that is around you. It's going to wash away the mud and it's going to wash away the muck. It's going to clear out the obstacles so that you can see better, see clearer, so that you can have that Degas moment where you can see what's going on around you. It's also going to uncover opportunities and possibilities that you might not have seen if a storm hadn't washed them away. So while, yes, there can be debris from it, there can be things that need cleaning up. Maybe it has hail damage to the car, but hey, maybe you get a new paint job for your car out of it. Or it has a flood that floods your backyard pool, but you know what? You needed a new pool anyway. So look at the bright side and move forward and just kind of stay out of the storm. Let it do its thing, move on past you. And then you can take advantage of all of those things that storm uncovers. Okay? Let me get you a card here. And this is interesting. I have not seen this one before, but this is interesting. The Black Dragon. It says, cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. Abby, I really think you've been undergoing a metamorphosis. And you know what it started with? It started with recognizing that you needed to change things, that you were not happy, and that you deserve to be happy. Now, getting the changes that you need to be happy, it takes a while. Sometimes it takes a bit. Remember, you didn't get in the place you are now in a heartbeat. It took a while to get here. It'll take a while to get back to the track that you want to be on. But I know you can do it, Abby, because I know how powerful and strong and amazing that you are. We have a jellyfish down. There he goes. So you are powerful and I'm sorry, my jellyfish lamp is going over here and one of my little jellyfish got stuck. You are powerful and strong and beautiful, Abby, and I know you can do what you need to do to make your life better, to make your kids' life better, to make the life you have as positive as possible. Okay? You're welcome, Abby. Hi, Donna. Welcome, babe. Katie. Devo tonight, Katie. That is because you've been talking and thinking about your gifts. In this particular case, it literally represents your gifts. It represents your gifts and that reciprocity that your gifts bring you. You give to us, we give to you. You give to this one, they give to that one. Everything is the give and take. And that is what our gifts are about. Our gifts are all about give and take. When you stop using your gifts, they atrophy. When you use them, they grow stronger. But sometimes it's easier to let them atrophy because you don't want to hear it. But your angels have been telling you for a while that you got this and everything is in your control right now. That it may not be developing and happening exactly the way you had planned it. It may not be coming along the way you'd seen it. It isn't the way that you wanted it to be. It's the way it is. and the way that you can make it work and the way that's possibly best for you and everybody else going forward. We see and we try and arrange it so that things work what we feel is for the best, but we can't always see what's for the best in all of us and in all of our future. Remember, the future changes. Knowing the future changes the future. And if you don't like the way the future is going, if you don't like the way things are developing, make different decisions and change those decisions. And that will change your future. Okay? Hi, Lisa. But Katie, I do think that the Gibel is coming up to tell you that your gifts are very, very important to you and to others. And you are so beautifully capable of using them. But it's what you're comfortable with that's important. Okay? You're so welcome, Katie. Anne Bercano. Anne, you got Bercano. Bercano is all about something new. It's starting a new process, starting a new project, new relationship, starting something new that's going to require you to pay attention to it, to nurture it, to help it grow, to watch as it matures. This new process or new project is going to be something that can lead to a very positive future change for you. Remember that manifestation, and we all manifest all the time, but manifestation starts with intentions. If you know what you want to do, if you know what your intentions are, and you put those intentions out to the universe, that is the first step into manifesting the future for yourself. Manifestation comes after intentions, visualizations, manifestations. And once you start visualizing these things becoming real, visualizing them, you are bringing them into reality, which is manifesting them. And you can do that. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. Hi, Tina. You can do that, Anne. You can manifest the new future, the new project. You can manifest this. It's going to require your time and attention and your energy. And when you put your energy into something, that's helping to manifest it, to bring it from a thought to reality. Yep, something new. It's always a great one when that comes up. Hi, Catherine. All right. Diane Sawilo. Diane Sawilo. Sawilo is the sun. It is the planet Sol, the giver of life, the giver of heat, the giver of warmth. It indicates that you're on the right path, that you are following the correct path for the future that you want, or for the future that you're working toward. Because sometimes the future that you're working toward is not the future you want, but it's the future that you're going to end up with if that's the goal that you set and that's the way you move. But it's also saying you're closer to victory than you think you are, because Sawilo also represents victory. So it's saying you're on the right path and you're closer to that finish line than you believe you are. You will never know how close you are if you quit, however. So Sawilo says you've got the opportunity. You've got that victory within your grasp. You just have to keep on the path that you're doing, and you're going to have the victory over where you have manifested your future thus far. But again, the future is not set in stone. Yep, exactly, Katie. You lose confidence, then you use the gifts less, then those gifts begin to atrophy. Then they atrophy, so you use them less because it's harder to use them because they're atrophying. So you lose confidence because they're harder to use. It is a vicious circle. And the only way to break that circle or that cycle or that era is to step up and take those steps and use those gifts. Even if you are using them to say, should I use salt or pepper tonight in my dinner? What do my gifts tell me to do? Even if it is throwing cards for yourself, throwing runes for yourself, whoever it is and whatever you're doing. A friend says, I don't know what to do. I need to either do A or B and I just don't know what to do. And you say, well, here, let me grab my deck of cards. And this is the card I drew for you. This is what I'm seeing. This is what you think about. Even if it is just throwing a card for somebody, using them helps them grow stronger, which makes them easier to access, which makes your confidence higher. Positivity. That's what you need, babe. You're welcome, Diane. Elsbeth, welcome, babe. You snuck in. I didn't see ya.
Mm-hmm.
Elsbeth, Fehu, again. This is the second time I can remember recently you've gotten Fehu. I think you might have gotten it last night. I can't remember for sure, but I think you got it really recently. Fehu is that increase in abundance. It's saying some kind of financial abundance or financial windfall is coming into your life. Now, that does not mean you're going to win $1 billion in the lottery. That can mean you go out and you're $5 short at the grocery store and you find a $5 bill in your pocket. That can mean that you have to buy something and you find it for 60% off. It is not necessarily a amount of money that you are coming into, but it is an increase in your abundance. And your abundance can be financial, can be monetary or material. So it can be getting something that is immensely valuable that you have in your personal possession. But and Katie, yes, give me a second. Let me finish with Elsbeth because I have something I want to tell you on that one. But Elsbeth, I think that Fehu is definitely an indication that you are going to have some financial increase. Either, like I said, in something that you have a value that will increase or increase in a way money coming in or items that are coming in, something like that is an increase. And I think that's coming for you. And the more it comes up, the more powerful I think that is going to become. Katie, perspective and perception. Those two P's are very, very important. And I think they help to dictate how you move forward. Your perspective and your perception. If you have those and you stand and you look at it from a certain way, it's going to look like this. But if you turn your head or you do a regulus and look at it upside down or you move it around and change its position, you're looking at it in a different way. And if you can turn that around so that you're looking at things in a more positive way rather than a negative way, remember, positivity attracts positivity. We need to do a podcast on all my mama-isms. Positivity attracts positivity. Negativity attracts negativity. So remember, Katie, to change the way you perceive things, because that's going to help you bring more positivity into your life. Okay? And that goes for everybody else as well. Positivity attracts positivity. If you are saying, Mama, I have nothing to be positive for, there's nothing positive in my life, then here's a challenge for yourself. Find one positive thing to talk about. It does not matter if it is, you know what? I had the perfect amount of cereal in my milk this morning. I had milk for my cereal. Find one thing that's positive. And when you can sit and go, okay, I got to find something positive. Oh, that's easy. This is positive. Then find two things. Positivity attracts positivity. You want to bring positivity into your life if you want to share positivity with the universe. And you do want to put, oh, dang, Elsbeth, you can go back and listen to it. But basically, you got Fehu again, which is that increase in financial abundance. And I do think that it's important that's happening again, because this is like the second or third time. So I think Fehu is very, very important for you, is that Fehu is coming for you, Elsbeth. And I don't know what it's bringing you, but I think it's bringing you something special. Letting you guys know, we have a podcast now. Our podcast is up on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. We have an Apple podcast number. I'm not sure if they're actually up on Apple yet, but we do have it. We do have that number. And we are starting to put them on YouTube as well. So we do have podcasts. We have, I don't remember how many we've got up now. We put one or two up a night.
We're on like episode 13.
We're on episode 13 of our podcast. So you can go, we will put some links up and you can go and check out our podcast if you want. If you have suggestions as what you'd like to hear us talk about, we'd love to hear them. Message them to us, email them to us, however you need to get them to us, message us and say, hey, I have some ideas for what you could cover in your podcast. We've got some great ideas from a couple of our people already, and we are putting those in our notes so that we can cover those. We have a lot of really positive things we want to do with this podcast. What we ask of you guys is to share. Share it with anybody that you think might be interested. Share it with anybody you think might need to hear it. Remember, I'm a firm believer that sometimes the people that need to hear from you find you. And I do truly feel that if you guys share, we can get ourselves out there more and more, and we can help more and more people. We can bring more and more people into our community. This community that we're building with you guys, you are our core community. You are beautiful people, and we love the energy you bring into our community. And we want you guys to bring in your friends, your family, the people that you care about, because we want to help more people. I am never going to tell you that the donations are very, very welcome. They come in incredibly handy. They are incredibly helpful. And we appreciate every single donation so much more than you will ever understand. They are so thankful. We are so thankful for you and the donations that you make. But the donations really are a secondary to helping people. We want to help people. That's why we are BeGuides.help. That's why we tell you, let us be your guides. It's that important to us. It's not a logo or a sales thing. It's literally that's what we want to do. We want to help people. And I feel like if you guys share with people you know, because you know the people you know, and whether they might need to hear from some of it. Maybe they need to hear about positivity. Maybe they need to hear some of my mama-isms. Maybe they need to hear that you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you speak. Maybe they need to hear it. And perhaps they don't want to come to a live. So send them to the podcast. Let's start there. You can always move away and move to something else. If you love our lives, come and listen to our podcasts. We will talk for 15 minutes. I think our things are all 15 minutes long. We will sit there and talk for 15 minutes, between 10 to 15 minutes, about the things that you guys have said you're interested in. So come on out, check it out, and share the podcast. Share the lives too. If you guys could get on there to Facebook and go down to the bottom of this little crooked arrow thing and hit that and share it with your Facebook friends, we'd love to get more people coming into our lives. Remember, when you come in with Live with Mama, you just got to make a comment. When you make a comment, you will get a free rune. You get entered into a drawing for a free reading, and you will then also be counted for the viewership blanket. And we have, the last time I counted, we had like 140 squares, and that was a while ago. So we're probably getting close to 160, 180 Granny squares to make the viewership blanket. That's going to happen at the end of January. And we're going to raffle that blanket off. So you can have the opportunity to win, with all you have to do is pay shipping, to win a beautiful homemade, home crocheted, look at her talent, home crocheted blanket, our viewership blanket from Live with Mama. And that you get all of that just by coming into the live. If you share it and other people come in and make a comment, they can get that too. So we can do this and we can share. Hi, Thalia. We can share and we can help as many people as possible. That is the real important thing for us. Okay? I know Mama talks a lot. That's why we're doing the podcast. So,
You can listen to us talk.
So you can listen to us talk even more. All right. Darlene, you got Sawillo as well. Sawillo is the sun. Sawillo is all about being on the right path. And I think you are now on the right path. I think there's been some struggles, some questions, some issues about being on that right path. But I do think that now, with everything that happened today, I think you are now on the right path. And I think that path is going to lead to you being able to manifest a better future. You've got to get the rehab taken care of and all of that stuff done, because you really need that. You really need that shoulder back working where you can use it, and your pelvis back working, and all of the things that you are facing now. I think you're on the right path for it. It's just a requirement that you're just going to have to make sure you stay on the path and don't take any of the detours that may crop up. Because I think the path you're on is the path that leads to the best future for yourself. But remember, if you do not like the future that you see. All you have to do is change your decisions and you change your future. Okay, Darlene? But for right now, I really think you're on the right path and you're going along, you're taking the right decisions and moving along the right path. Okay? And Tina.
Yeah.
Tina Clay.
We have two Tinas right
Yeah, we have two Tinas right now. So Tina C is first. Tina C, you got Ing Ooze, honey. Ing Ooze is successful conclusions. Now, what that means is not necessarily the conclusion will be successful. Hi, Marcy. Welcome, baby. That is not necessarily the conclusion that you get to is going to be successful, but you're going to be able to successfully reach the end of something that is causing you stress. We often keep things going in our lives because we think if we cut it off now, it's never going to live up to its potential. We're never going to get the full feedback from it. It's never going to pay off fully if we cut it out now. So we just have to deal with it and stress about it and worry about it and have issues with it so that it has a chance to, to grow and mature. That is not always a great thing. The payoff may not be worth the stress. Stress is poison. You are poisoning yourself when you are living specifically with something that causes you stress because you don't want to cut it short or make it stop, or you're afraid that you're going to lose out on something. So you're just going to deal with the stress. Well, what you're basically saying is, I'm going to continue to allow myself to be poisoned on the chance that something good will come of it. And while that is entirely your call and your prerogative, it doesn't always lead to the best results. So what Ing Ooze is talking about is that something that you're dealing with, you're going to have the opportunity to bring it to a close. Now, that may mean that you say, okay, I'm done, ended, over. That may mean that you can hand it off to somebody else to worry about. But it means that you're going to be able to bring something to a close. So something in your life that you are concerned about, you are going to have the opportunity to bring to a closure. Okay? And Donna. Got to mix all of them. Got to see. This is my rune bag. There are 8 or 9, I've lost track, of sets of runes in here. 2 different sizes. I just filled my runes. 2 different sizes of runes. And every single set of runes that is in here, I have made. I thought I heard one hit the ground, but I don't see it. So
It's gone to fairy.
it's gone to the Feylands. So every piece of every rune in here, I have made. If you have ever wanted a set of runes for yourself, I do make them out of resin. We have the sets that you've seen so far, which are these types of sets, this size. But we also have the smaller shaped sets in here. So if you're interested in your own set of runes, and all of our runes come with cheat sheets, just message me and I can make them in your choice of colors and styles. I am currently working on making Lynn a set, actually 4 sets of runes based on the Harry Potter houses. So, hi Melanie Jane, welcome. All right, Donna Bercano. You got Bercano. And Bercano is new beginnings, new opportunities, new options, new projects, new something. It's the ability to start something new that's coming up into your life. So there's something coming up that you're going to be able to start new and fresh. Those are exciting times. But remember, in order to make the best out of something, to get the best crop, you have to start by preparing the field and making sure that all of the chemicals in the soil are right and the soil is fertile and everything is set up properly and it's all cleaned up and there's no debris fields and no things that can hurt the crops. Then you have to get the seeds, and you want to buy the highest quality seeds you can get. You want to get the best possible seed for what you want to do. Then you have to find out how deep it needs to be buried, how big the hole needs to be, what you need to plant it in. You need to have all of this knowledge before you plant a single seed, before you buy a single seed. You need to have everything lined up. And when you do that, and when you prepare and you have the field ready and you have the seeds planted, and then you can feed them and weed them and water them and tend them and nurture them. And that is going to lead to the production of your best possible crop that you're going to be able to reap. You want to reap a bumper crop. You want to get the best possible crop with the best possible outcome you can get. And that's what you do. And that's how you do it, is you prepare before you plant. And that's what I think you're coming up with. You need to make sure you're prepared before you start this new project or this new possibility. Lisa, complain all you want, baby. That's part of the reason that your family is here for you. And I understand a lot of times there is, especially when you have chronic illnesses, is it something developing from that? Is it something brand new? Is it just tiredness and I overdo it? There's a lot of questions, and the best thing you can do is either go talk to your doctor or take that wait and see attitude that if there's something that develops, I'm going to my doctor. But make sure you're not afraid to do that. Hi, Erica Burt. Welcome back, baby girl. We've missed you.
Lisa, anxiety, when it's gone, can cause a lot of just... Ugh, yeah, exactly.
When the anxiety and you've been super anxious about something and then that is over, sometimes that letdown effect, even if it went perfectly well and everything was wonderful and it was better than you could possibly have imagined, the sudden lack of anxiety can make you feel ill. It can make you feel like you're just bleh. Then you're just kind of bleh. Hard to describe, but I'm doing my best. All right. Am I on Donna or Lisa?
Lisa.
Lisa. Speaking of Lisa, Righty-ho comes up for you. And Righty-ho is the journey. And I think that is the universe saying, yep, you feel crappy today. Your anxiety was hugely high. Everything went the way it went. And you are dealing with these situations and these changes and these things that are happening. And your body is reacting to the situations you're finding yourself in. Even a great situation, you can have your body react, especially if there's the chronic illnesses are big about reacting to things that happen. So here's my righty-ho. It's about the journey. And it's also a reminder that you don't have to rush. You don't have to go 80 miles an hour down the freeway. Maybe you want to set your navigation tools for a slower, more scenic route for a little while. You don't have to stay on that route, but you can say, hey, look, I'm going to take the scenic route for a couple of days, and I'm just going to chill and look at the pretty flowers and drive 35 miles an hour on the back roads and see some new historical things and have a lot of fun while I am just traveling slowly. That's something about the journey. The journey doesn't mean you have to get on the freeway, go 80 miles an hour until you get to the end. The journey means that sometimes you're on the freeway, sometimes you're on the back roads, sometimes you pull in to see the world's largest ball of twine or the world's best milkshake, a diner with the world's best milkshake. Sometimes the journey means just that, the journey. And it's about paying attention to the journey, where you're going, how you're getting there, and what's going on around you. And I think that the journey is a big thing for you right now. And I think it's a really important thing for you to think about. You're on this journey And right now, this journey is taking you in a different direction. And your body and your mind and everything else has to fall into line and follow this journey. So give yourself permission to pull off the road into a rest stop and read the historical signs, or sit in your car and drink a coffee, or just sit there and look at the scenery. You don't have to go the speed limit as fast as possible on the freeway every step of the journey. Sometimes it's okay to get back and take the scenic route. Okay?
I have a couple of new.
Hi, Sammy. Welcome. It is Elsbeth. Hi, Karen.
All right, Erica.
All right, Erica. Let me get you your rune. And I'll get you 2 runes. Let me see. All right. Erica. Okay, that's interesting. Erica, your runes start with Raidiho, which is that journey we were just talking about, which is the journey that you're on, or possibly an actual journey we're talking about. But the one that is coming up with it is Algiz. So what I'm saying here is, I'm saying that on this journey that you're on, either a physical journey you're about to take, or the spiritual, emotional, physical, mental, whatever the journey that you're on through this incarnation, you need to protect yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to make sure that people aren't taking advantage of you, and that you know the things that are happening around you. Because Algiz is about protection and asking for help when you need it, I think there's something coming up that you are going in this journey that you're going to have some issues. If you are on an actual physical journey and your car starts acting weird and you see a mechanic shop, you can pull in and say, hey, look, my car's acting weird. Can you just check it out? Maybe he says, oh, nothing. Your air filter's clogged. Let me clean that out for you. There you go. You're on your way. But you can ask for help. You can say, my car is running a little weird. I'm not going to press my luck today. I'm going to stick and redo this and take this, and we're going to do this journey a little bit later. We're going to do it a little differently. We're going to, instead of taking the freeway, we're going to take the one through the town so that we're always around where we can get help. But Erica, what it's saying is, on this journey that you're on, whether it's the physical journey and something along that lines, or whether it is a spiritual or incarnation that you're going through, don't be afraid to protect yourself. You have the absolute right responsibility to keep your shields up, to protect yourself. You are not fair game. You deserve to be protected, and you deserve to protect yourself. And if you need help, ask for it. It takes a lot of strength to say, I can't do it by myself. I need some help. That is not weakness. That is strength. Okay. But take it a little bit. Make sure you are protecting yourself. And that's what I'm really seeing here, is that there are some things going on in your life, and you're kind of putting yourself out there to deal with the situation, or to deal with the situation. But keep your shields up. I think you need to protect yourself. Nobody else is going to protect you, babe, and you really need protection right now. You need to be safe. Okay? Shields up. That's right. Raise those shields. Just like Star Trek, shields up, protect yourself.
Oh, no.
I did go there. I went there. I am dating myself because I loved Star Trek. It was my favorite. Most of everybody, Lynn and Nomeo, are both really Star Wars fans, but I've always been a Star Trek fan. So raise your shields, red alert, battle stations. Yep, you need to make sure that people know what's going on. You need to make sure you have an attorney on hand in case you need it. You need to protect yourself. Get up your cameras, whatever it is you need to do to protect yourself. Because entitled people are going to be entitled. They're going to think that it has to be their way or the highway, no matter what. So watch yourself, babe. Okay?
Catherine.
Catherine. And remember, if you want one of our readings, you want an extra rune, do a donation, however much, we'll get you something out of it. If you want one of our specific donation links up here, the 4-card tarot spreads, the 3 tarot cards and an oracle card for 10, any of the things that we've got up there, just go make the donation. Come on back and let me know what you donated for. Catherine? Good job, Erica. Catherine Laguz. Catherine Laguz is water. It is going with the flow. It is understanding you basically have 3 options when you're in the water. Well, you have 4. One option is you get out of the water. You crawl up on the bank and you dry off in the sun and you stay out of the water for a little ways. The other option is you go with the flow. You just sit on that water, sit on the inner tube, whatever you're on, the raft, and just let that current take you downstream. Remembering that you can always point your feet diagonally to the bank and eventually you're going to hit the bank. You can stand against it and divert the water around you so that you are standing in one spot and not letting the water move you, but letting life go along around you, diverting the water around you. You can do that. Or you can build a dam that stops the water so you have control of what comes past you, what parts of life include you, what parts of life are allowed through that dam. Okay, baby, we'll get that snark for you. Amen, Elsbeth. Catherine, I want you to bear one thing in mind, because it's really tempting, usually, at least in my case, to stand against that flow and to build a dam so that you can control the water and you can control life events as they are going past you. You can control how fast they go and all of this. The problem with building a dam is you have to be able to stand in a firm spot and keep your head above water. If you try to build a dam when you can't reach the bottom, when you cannot keep your head out of the water, you're not going to be able to build the dam. You're just going to end up drowning. And that's not conducive to getting control over your life. So sometimes you have to let the current take you downstream until you find a spot where you can reach the bottom, keep your head above water, stand firmly, and start building that dam. So it's not always about building the dam immediately. There are times, and there are a lot of times, when it is about letting the water take you downstream until you find a spot you can reach the bottom. But if you try and build a dam or even divert water when you can't reach the bottom, all it's going to do is knock you over and drag you underwater. And that's not conducive to getting the things that you need out of life. Okay? So depending, whatever you decide to do, make sure that you have a firm place to stand with your head above water to do it. Okay? All right, Katie. Let's get you a snarky card. Now remember, snark cards are rude, crude, and socially unacceptable. And they have a potty mouth. So if you have little ones listening, little pitchers have big ears, my grandma used to say. So if you have little pitchers listening, you might want to cover their little ears, because these can be pretty rude, pretty crude, and very much a potty mouth. Unfortunately, that's a thing. Ooh. You asked for this, Katie. And it is the next thing that I say is not necessarily my opinion. It is the opinion of the cards and only the cards. Not my opinion. Stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world. So do it.
Wow.
Stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world. So do it. I'm telling you, these cards can be a little bit rude. Again, this is the Snark Cards opinion, and it is not shared by any of the producers or talk people on this live. Okay? You're welcome, Catherine. Yeah, they don't pull their punches, do they?
I've made a couple of new readings. I want you to read over it.
Okay.
I was moved to make a couple of new,
She was moved to make a couple of new
including one that I think I haven't decided exactly what I'm naming it, but Dirty 30s is the,
Dirty 30.
that's the working.
I'm a little scared.
You should be.
I'm a lot scared. All right. And I'm sure the angels say, we've helped you plenty. Time to help yourself, girlfriend. All right. I'm looking for my person. And Tina Vasquez. Tina Vasquez, you got Righty-Ho. Righty-Ho's a popular one tonight. And I think I know why. Righty-Ho is about the journey. And that journey that we are all on, or a journey. Right now, there's a lot of journeys going on. People traveling to family, traveling home from family, traveling to parties for New Year's. And I will let everybody know, please be careful out there if you are out and about. It's amazing to go out and have fun. It's not so amazing to have an accident or have a drunk driver run you off the road or anything like that. So please don't drink and drive, and please be very cautious out there that other people are. Take care of yourself, protect yourself. This journey, this physical journey that is coming up with everybody traveling around is the most dangerous part of the year, and people die every year like this. Be careful, be smart. Okay?
I don't know if this is for you or if it's for someone out there.
Oh, great. You think someone is lying. They are. If you think someone is lying, trust your instincts. I had to learn to do that. I am a lie detector. Now, I may not call you on it. You may lie to me and I don't call you on it. That doesn't mean I believe you necessarily. It just means that I'm going to see where this goes. I'm not going to say you're lying to me, even though I know you are. I'm just not going to say it. I'm just going to let it see where it goes. I'm going to sock that away. So I'm going to go, yep, okay, we'll see what happens. If you think someone's lying to you, believe yourself. Your instincts are stepping up because we all know when people lie to us. It takes someone who is a very good liar to put it over on an empath. Empaths can usually scent a lie. And I think a lot of you guys are empaths. All right, next.
Oh, yeah.
Thalia. I'm sorry, baby girl. I mispronounced your name. Thalia. Oh, wow, Katie. Yeah, hi, Kaz. Welcome. I actually had Lynn let me sleep an extra hour today because I just was not ready to get up. It happened today, Elspeth? Great. Are you okay? You tell me when you're okay. Thalia. Ooh. Thalia, Ansus. This is communication, Thalia. Did I finish my radio rune?
For Tina? Yeah, I don't remember.
If I did not finish Righty-Ho, Tina, Righty-Ho is the journey. And it's coming up a lot for people right now because not only are we on physical journeys where we're making journeys through things and we're going to see family and we're coming home, but we are coming up on a crossroads. And this is pretty much a worldwide crossroads. The 1st of January is where a lot of people make decisions as to what path they're going to take. You make a decision on whether you're going to continue with what you're doing, you're going to change your pathways. A lot of people make changes on January 1st. So listen to your instincts. Variety Host coming up for people because this is a really big time to change your journey. If you're thinking about making a change in your life, it's not a bad time to do it. But just remember that you are in control of your future, and what happens in your future really is under your control. And if you don't like the way your future is looking, make a different decision. So Thalia, on Sue's communication. And I think what it's saying is, I think there are people in your life that you are not communicating fully with. I think you are saying things and they're not hearing what you're saying. I think that there's a lot of back and forth going on where you are really not being heard, where you are saying, hey, help, I need this, I need that, I need something else. And nobody is, and people are hearing, hey, Rachel, and people are hearing, oh, well, you know, she wants to go here and do this, so let her go and do this. When what you're saying is, I need help getting from point A to point B. If you're saying, I need to go to the grocery store, then people are hearing she needs to go to the grocery store. She's going to go and she's going to get out and go to the grocery store. When what you're actually saying is, I need a ride to the grocery store. Make sure you're communicating effectively and make sure that people are listening. Don't automatically assume people are telling you no. It may be that they honestly don't know what you're asking. They don't know. If you just say, I need to go to the grocery store, they may not understand that you need a ride to the grocery store. So make sure you say, hey, can someone give me a ride to the grocery store? I need to go to the grocery store and I don't have a way to get there. Make sure you ask the full question, not just suggest something and hope that they catch on to what you're saying. Okay? So watch your communication. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Oh, Lori, you don't look good. Are you okay? Oh, baby. But they were hurt, but you're okay. You'll have to tell me about it. When I get off the live, I'll message you and we'll talk about it. But I hope you're okay. Remember, guys, Radio is also coming up because there are a lot of people making decisions right now, actual decisions to drive or to go from point A to point B in a way that can put a lot of people at danger. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Please bear that in mind. I'm not going to pine over it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to rub my nose in it. I'm just going to say, if you are going to drink at all, take an Uber, get a ride with a designated driver, stay home, but don't drink and drive. Too many people lose their lives and their loves in that manner. Okay, babe. It's just not, it's not a good thing to do. Even though you may be perfectly capable of driving when you are buzzed or whatever, other people may not be. There's other people out on the road. So, oh no, I've done that, Lori. I've done that. That is so frustrating, especially if something you're trying to, reorganize. Now you're down a shelf and now you have to figure out how to get all of that stuff spread out to the remaining shelf. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Marcy Ingus. I have a feeling this has come up for you before, Marcy, recently. I think because what I'm feeling is Ingus is being able to bring something to a conclusion. Something that you've been dealing with, something that you have been exactly, Sammy. That's why I say be super careful out there. Don't drink and drive, and don't ride with anyone else who does. But even if you don't drink and drive, realize there are people out there who will. So be careful. I don't want to lose anybody I love. I am seriously thinking, Marcy, that Ing Ooze is coming up for you because there's something happening, and I think it's got to do with the divorce. There's something that is about to reach a conclusion. I think you're about to be able to settle something. Now, that could be settling something in a legal battle or agreeing with something, some agreement that you're reaching. That could be somebody who has been saying you need to do this or do that. You shouldn't get a divorce. You need to have here. You need to do this. Somebody who has been trying to talk you out of it, step back and say, okay, whatever, I guess you're going to do what you're going to do, and it's not my life, and I need to let you do what you're going to do, so that they remove the stress of trying to defend your actions or choices. And I think that that is more the situation, is there is at least one situation where you're not going to have to defend yourself anymore. Where somebody is going to finally accept that of course, Shibli will add you to the list. You know what it is, Marcy. I'm glad. There is going to be that ability to bring that to a conclusion. Now, that does not mean that you have to bring that to a conclusion, but it means that that opportunity to end that situation is coming up for you, and you can bring that to an end. Okay? Melanie is next. But yeah. All right. Melanie. Isa. Melanie Isa. Isa, a lot of times, Melanie, comes up when you feel stuck. When you feel like you are either not moving forward or not moving forward as quickly or as effectively or as properly as you think you should. Isa is ice, and it's letting you know that there's a couple of ways you can handle being stuck in the ice. Okay, when you're stuck, when you cannot move, when the ice is surrounding you and you can't move forward, you can get frustrated and you can yell and you can scream and you can try and break the ice and you can take a knife to the ice and you can do all this stuff trying to break your way out. Or you can say, okay, I'm stuck in the ice. I'm going to sit down here, plug in my recharging port, recharge my batteries. I'm going to take a little nap. I'm going to lay down and take a little nap. I'm going to rest myself, body, mind, and soul. I'm going to renew my goals. I'm going to say, do I still want to do this? Do I still want to live in this area, doing this with my life, moving forward at this goal? Is this still my goal? Do I still have the same goal? Rejuvenate your excitement about things. You were once very, very excited about a goal that you are chasing. Get excited about it again. Instead of, I'm going back to school. I'm going to get my degree. Yay! Now you're in the middle of finals going, oh my God, why did I go back to school? What am I doing? I hate this. Refine that excitement. Rejuvenate that excitement of going back to school, of getting your degree, of doing whatever it is that you're doing, being on the path you're on and heading for the direction you're going in. Find and rejuvenate that excitement. Then I want you to recharge your batteries. That's very, very important. And let me say it twice if I need to. Recharge your batteries. Life is going to start coming at you hard and fast again. And if you are not ready, then you're going to have to step out of life to plug in and recharge your batteries. And that's not ideal. And finally, I want you to recenter yourself on the pathway. You don't want to walk too close to the edge of any road because you don't want to take a chance on accidentally getting on a detour and going somewhere else, or falling off the side of it, or walking off the side, or getting into some other place. You want to be able to center yourself on this path so that you're walking the center road. That way you have an option. If something is coming up in front of you, you can go to the left, you can go to the right, you can go around it, you can do what you need to do. But if you're already walking all the way to the left and that's coming up that close to you, it's going to knock you off the road and you're going to struggle a bit to get back on the path. So make sure that you are paying attention, recharging, renewing, rejuvenating, resting, recharging, and recentering yourself in this path so that when that ice melts, Melanie, and it will, you're going to be able to be ready to face life again. Okay? All right, Amy, your rune. Amy, your rune. Ooh, Wunyo. You got Wunyo, Amy. Wunyo is bliss. It's success. It's happiness. It's joy. It is positivity and that positive and that ability to embrace that positivity. So I really feel like Wunyo is saying something that you are working on, some situation that you are trying to figure out, or that situation that you're trying to resolve is going to give you that Wunyo moment. That moment when everything falls into place and everything just works exactly like it should. That moment of pure happiness, success, fulfillment, where it just falls into place and you get out of it exactly what you needed to get out of it. So it could be, it's not usually this huge thing. It's not usually the, graduating college. It's usually passing a single class. It's one thing you're working on is going to come to fruition. And it's going to be the absolute best possible scenario. Okay?
I had to refresh more.
If you guys are having trouble seeing me, please let me know. I am having trouble seeing me, but I don't know if that's me or... Give me 1 second. Sorry. Wait a minute. I lost me entirely. Give me a second, guys. If you're having trouble, I am looking for that. And Amy, I'm getting your snark card. Oh, this is very much similar to something that Lynn got for Christmas, and I love it. Don't believe every shitty thought you have, Amy. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. Don't believe your anxiety because your anxiety is a lying hoe. Don't believe every shitty thought, Amy. Thoughts can be liars. Believe what is real. Believe what you see, what you feel. Believe in yourself. I know you can do this, Amy, and I know you can do anything you set your mind to. So remember that you are eminently capable. Okay? You're so welcome, Thalia. That is my sticker. I got my sticker a little bit low. If it is in front of my face, however, you may be minimized on your window, or you may be, I don't know how it looks on a phone. To me, it only looks like it's taking up the top half of my head. I got my sticker a little low, and I don't think I can change it right now. Can I?
Mm-mm.
Can't change my sticker. I got my sticker a little bit low. But that above our head is where all of our live specials are. Now, if there's other typing in front of my face, it could be because you have closed captioning on. That I can't help. That is just the way that the live does it. You're so welcome, Amy. Anytime that we can help, we would love to help you. Just reach out and ask, sweetheart. But yeah, if you're on the phone, it's possible that you're minimized. The screen is minimized somewhat so that the sticker is even lower. I don't know. I don't watch it on any of the phones. I watch it on my computer while I am on the phone. So,
Sammy is next.
Sammy. But yeah, if there are words other than the green sticker, if there's like words across, it could be you have closed captioning on. He said there were words across my face. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay. And you said Sammy, right? Sammy Isa. Sammy Isa, again, is the ice. It comes up a lot, Sammy, when you're feeling stuck. When you're feeling like you either can't move forward or you're not moving forward at the pace you want to. It feels like you're walking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. or that you aren't walking forward at all, or that you've got, and I've heard this one said a lot, that you've got a bungee cord tied to your butt, and every time you get a few steps forward, it just jerks you right back to where you started. A lot of times, that is what ISA comes in for you. Basically, ISA is the universe saying, take a breath. Recharge your batteries. Rest yourself, body and soul. Renew your goals. Rejuvenate your excitement. Recenter yourself on the path. Take time to just embrace those R's. That rest, renew, rejuvenate, recharge, and recenter. Embrace those. Life is good. The ice will melt and life will start coming at you hard and fast. Once again, Sammy, if you have spent the entire time that you have not been able to move, arguing and fighting and trying to take a knife to the ice and trying to move forward and frustrated and yelling and upset, and you have done no time to recharge your batteries or prepare yourself, then your batteries are going to get low and you're going to have to stop in the middle of life coming at you hard and fast to recharge your batteries. And that is never an ideal time to have to recharge your batteries, is when you are trying to deal with the fire. It's always better to prepare the water hose when you're not having an active house fire. By the time you get to having an active house fire, it's a little too late to remember that, you were supposed to put in the fire retardant into the system. Or as Grandma used to say, when you are up to your ass in alligators, it's difficult to remember your first task of the day was to drain the swamp. All right.
Next is Karen.
Sammy, I do not know. On that one, you might need to go out and come back in again. Salith, you need to.
If she can't hear you,
I know, that's why I said.
They can rewatch after they go out.
But you guys can rewatch it. We always save it so you can rewatch it. Mm-hmm. All right. Sammy, yes, you did, but you can go back and rewatch it. Sammy's was Isa, Ice. I think I just got done with it, so you can go back and rewatch it. All right.
Karen.
No, Shivli, something is probably, it's not with my Facebook Live, it's just with Facebook. Facebook takes these times in the evenings to work on their issues. So Facebook is probably doing something. So go out and then come back in and it may fix it.
Karen.
Karen. That's interesting. Karen, I wouldn't have expected this one to come up with you, and I'm a little confused, but I'm going to give you my opinion anyway. It is Aiwass, and that is the yew tree, Karen. Aiwass is success with resilience. It is keeping your eye on the prize and not letting Facebook's glitching stop you from getting a hint of what to do in the future. It is realizing that sometimes you have to take a step back in order to take multiple steps forward. Sometimes you have to take a step back and go around the mud puddle in order to start moving forward again. But it's also when you're doing that, when you're taking that step back, don't lose sight of your goal. Remember, you still want to go down this pathway. You still want to go down the road. There's still what you want down this road. You just have to sometimes detour a little bit in order to get back on it. But just don't lose sight of the goal. And I think that is the big one. I think that is what it's coming up for. Because I know you're one of the most resilient people I've ever met, Karen. I know you're never going to give up on anything that's important to you. But I think what it's giving you, or what the meaning is, really is about, you may have to make some detours on your pathway but don't lose sight of the prize. Don't lose sight of the goal, because that is something you need to keep in mind. Okay? All right, next. Patricia DeGauze. Patricia DeGauze. DeGauze is clarity. It is seeing the big picture. It is stepping back and realizing that you are wearing rose-colored glasses. So if you take those rose-colored glasses off, you're going to see it as it truly is. It is also realizing that you may be wearing blinkers. So take those blinkers off and look at the big picture, the entire thing. DeGauze tells me that something that you've been dealing with, you're about to get that epiphany, that bigger picture image that is going to just suddenly go, wham, you're right there, hit you upside the head with a dead mackerel. You're going to see the big picture. It's going to be that epiphany, that sudden strike of inspiration. And that is something that you are facing and you are moving towards. Okay?
That'll do it, Karen. Success with resilience.
Success with resilience. You can do it. And that makes more sense now. See, that's the thing. I have to trust the process. Sometimes I don't, and I need to. Kez Yera. And if you are having trouble, please don't message me right now. Message Lynn. I cannot talk to you guys privately while I am doing runes. So if you have an issue, message Lynn. And she can maybe help you with it, but I really can't do both things. I get distracted easily. Kez, Yera is the harvest. Yera is the year. It is taking the steps and the cycle of life. It is sowing what you want to reap later and remembering that you are right now reaping the crops that you sowed earlier in life. But it is really also, Yera is also about understanding that everything happens in a specific order. You cannot get to summer without going through winter and then spring. You might have a very short winter, a very short spring, and a long summer, but you're still got to go through those cycles to get there. Everything happens in cycles. I don't believe in destiny where everything is bound to happen on this day, at this time, no matter what. I believe in free will. However, I do believe that things happen in orders. So you go from A to B to C to D. You can't go from A to Z to W to Y to P to Z to A. You have to go in the right order in order for it to make sense, in order for you to move to the place that you need to go. Honey, if you need to leave, you can. And a little irritable, I know. But if you need to leave, you can.
Wow, call me out.
I am. Because you're over there grumbling, and I am very, very upset with you for that. Because you are really making me worry about you. Are you having a headache? If you need to go take the meds or whatever.
I will.
Because you are hurting, and I hate it when you hurt.
I'm sorry.
I don't want you to apologize. I want you to do something.
I have one for you to give to Elspeth.
Okay.
At least to look at. To give to
I'm going to give it to Elspeth. I'm going to get caught up on my Shubly. It is most likely a Facebook issue. All I can suggest is go out and come back or rewatch it. I will always save them. Please take something because you're worrying me.
I'm going to.
Your eyes are half lidded, so that worries me.
I'm going to go and take something.
Okay, please. Yeah. I worry. Sorry, mama in me. The mama in me worries. All right. Salif. Yeah, if it's freezing on you, the best I can suggest is that you go out, and I should probably, if somebody wants to type that who is able to hear it, if it's freezing, go out and come back or watch the replay. It's probably Facebook making changes. It's not anything I have control over. It's Facebook doing Facebook things. But Salif Petro, Salith, you've got Pathro, and Pathro is the dice bag. Salith, I think for you, Pathro is possible futures. You have options and possibilities in your life, Salith. You have things that you can have happen, that you can make happen, that you can move forward with. But in order to move forward, you have to start moving. And you have to make really hard decisions. I think Pathro is coming up for you. Great, Ron. I'm glad it is. Thank you. Sometimes if you go out and come back in, it works just fine. It fixes it and everything's okay. It's Facebook doing Facebook things. And unfortunately, yeah, it's either Facebook or your connection. It's not me. And there's nothing I can do, unfortunately. It just can be really annoying. I get that. But unfortunately, other than coming up with another way to do these, and I haven't been able to do that so far. This is our only option. But Pathro Salith is also about taking a chance. And it's about knowing when you need to say, okay, I've thought about it. I've planned on it. I have weighed my pros. I've weighed my cons. I've thought about it. I've thought all possibilities. And now I just need to make a decision. And I need to make a decision and move forward with that decision. And until I do that, until I move forward with that decision, I cannot expect anything to change. Changes change because you change your decisions. If you make the same decision and you do the same thing over and over, you can't expect a different result because you're going to get the exact same result because you didn't make any changes. Doing the exact same thing over and over and expecting a different result is a definition of insanity. And you know that in order to make things change, you have to make different decisions. Okay? Rachel and Elsbeth, hang out for a minute because when I'm caught up on runes, baby, I have a reading that Lynn, it's not even named yet. Brand new. She just made it before her headache struck. So, Shimli, I'm sorry, baby. I wish there was something I could do to fix it. Rachel, you got on Suze. This is something I think we've talked a little bit about. Here is what I think on Suze is for you. I think there's a communication coming up. I think that maybe somebody that you've been thinking about talking to, maybe building up the intestinal fortitude to talk to you. I think that there's some communication coming for you, Rachel, that's going to be very positive. So keep your eyes open for somebody who is going to come talk to you that you're going to get this communication with. This communication is going to open the door to new possibilities, new opportunities, new things moving forward. It's going to, basically, I think that this on Suze is going to open the door for Percano, for something new to develop. But I think that this communication has to come first. And I think the communication is an issue because I think there's a lot of fear and intimidation. Not necessarily that you are intimidating, but they don't trust themselves. And that's a lot of what people find. I've heard people say, well, people tell me I'm intimidating and they're afraid to talk to me. That isn't on you. That's not on you. It's not because you're to this or you're to that or you're amazing, this, that. It's not on you. If they're intimidated by you, it's their issue and that they have to overcome that issue. That is nothing about you. They may blame it on, well, you're too strong or you're too this or you're too that. No, it has nothing to do with you. If somebody is afraid to talk to you, it's because they have an issue they need to deal with. They need to deal with their confidence level for themselves. It has nothing to do with you, and you should not internalize that or take that as anything about yourself. You, Rachel, are amazing, magnificent, beautiful, awesome. Don't run yourself down and make yourself accountable for somebody else's issue. Okay. Remember, I love you, baby, but you are amazing. Don't forget it. Lori Aruz. Lori Aruz is strength. Now, it is the wild ox, and it's strength and it's freedom. It's tenacity. It's not giving up. It is standing firm. Bending but not breaking is another one I keep hearing from a spirit. Bending but not breaking. You can bend. You can bend all the way in half if it's necessary, but if you bend, you don't break. I don't know who said that, but that was definitely for you in regards to this rune, Lori. You can bend so you do not break. But Eruz is also an indication sometimes that you need a pep talk. So, come here. Come on up to the phone, the computer, whatever you're watching live with Mama on, and come here and listen to Mama. Okay, Lori, listen to me. You do bend, and that's a healthy thing to do. People who don't bend break. They are brittle. And instead of bending and giving to the wind, they break off at the roots and then they die because they cannot have their root system. You bend, but you do not break. You are powerful. You are beautiful. You are so loving and giving. Animals know this. That's why animals are attracted to you. That's why cats love you, because they sense not only are you strong and sure of yourself and amazing and beautiful inside and out, but you have a light that attracts cats. I don't know what it is. Lynn has the same thing. It is absolutely amazing. And Lori, look at what you've overcome so far. Look at what you've done so far, all on your own. You did this. You stood strong. You did what needed doing. You are going to keep doing what needs doing because you are strong and beautiful and awesome. Lori, listen to Mama. Look Mama in the eyes. Come on. Over here. Remember, you're amazing. You're beautiful. And I love you because you are worthy of being loved. Because you are amazing. Do not forget how strong you are. Do not forget that you can bend because you bend, you will not break. That is what to bear in mind. Okay? There you go. That's a Mama's pep talk. Facebook Live can have an issue, Lisa, especially there's no telling when Facebook does its algorithm changes and things. The best thing I can say is watch it on replay after we get it done. Because a lot of times it'll replay just absolutely fine. I don't know what Facebook does. It does what it does. Chablis. Laguz Chablis. And I don't have a thing that tells me what time it is. So if somebody wants to tell me what time that Chablis reading came up so I can let her know, I don't have a time thing, a little like a bar that says the time on it. I don't have that on my computer. So, but Chablis, you got Laguz. You're welcome, Lori. Laguz for you, Chablis, is I think it's I'm trying to figure out a way to say this the right way without blowing anything out or putting you on blast or any of that kind of stuff. I think the situation that's coming up is going to be a step in the right direction, but not a full fix. But I think that you really are going to need some quiet time. You need to get out of this for a while, to get off of the river, to get off of the lazy river you're floating down and you're building diversions and you're doing all this stuff with. I think you need to step up on the bank and dry off. You need to sit down, look at the sky, rest, dry off. I think you need a break Because I think that all of this is stressing you out so much that you're either going to just go under and just stop fighting altogether and just let it take you wherever it wants, or you're going to fight when you don't need to fight, when you're fighting for the same thing they're offering you. And we do that when we get blindsided by things, when we get so frustrated that we can no longer see what we're fighting for. So I really think you need to give yourself a break, babe. Even if it is 15 minutes in the shower with the hot water running, or sitting somewhere in the quiet and just listening to your heartbeat. I think you're getting yourself so worked up and everything is happening and everything is causing you, and all of the people around you are not helping you. I think you need to get up on the bank for a while to get out of this water flow, get out of the flow of life, and just take yourself to the side for a minute until you dry off and you get a chance to put your inner tube back in the right way and get situated and get settled and deal with the situation that's coming up. I think you're not seeing the big picture right now because you're so frustrated with it. So I think that is, hey, Jessica, welcome. Hi, Jess. Merry Christmas to you too, Jessica. Thank you so much for coming by. Jess, I really appreciate that. I hope everything is doing good. Thank you so much, Elsbeth. I'm going to make a note of that. Let me write names down. All right. Got everybody in here now. Thank you, guys. Happy. Love to you too, Jess. We really love you, and I hope you're having a great, wonderful day. I did not sleep well, but I slept, and that's a good thing. And as soon as I'm done here, I have to go do dishes. So, bleh, I hate doing dishes. All right. Ron Issa. Issa's a popular rune tonight, and that's not unusual in this time of year. Ron, Issa again is that ice, and it comes up a lot when either you are not moving forward as fast as you think you should, or you're not moving in the right direction, or you feel like you're stuck. And there are ways to get unstuck. There are ways you can take the hairdryer and you can melt the ice, and there's all kinds of things you could do. But sometimes the best thing you can do is just say, okay, I'm stuck. I'm not going anywhere. I am staying right here, and I am going to do what I have to do right here. And sometimes that means, okay, I'm going to look at my clock. I'm going to look at my watch and say, okay, I'm down to 61%. My body is at 61%. I'm going to plug in and recharge while I can't move and just get ready for everything. Remember, you will move forward. It feels like you'll never move again, but you are going to move again. And you may feel like you're moving 3 steps forward and then a bungee cord is jerking you 10 steps backwards. The reason, if that's the way it is, Ron, then find the reason for that bungee cord, cut that bungee cord, and start moving forward again. But if it just feels that way and you are just feeling like you're stuck in the ice, then take the time when you can't move anyway, when you're stuck anyway, to go ahead and rest, body and soul, to renew your goals, renew your path. Make sure you still want what you wanted when you started this journey. Rejuvenate the excitement of where you are and where you're trying to get to. You were really excited when you decided to do whatever you're doing. You were really excited when you started the path. And then it suddenly gets really old and boring because you're doing the same thing and you're walking the same path. So try and rejuvenate that excitement. Realize that, again, your goal is in reach. You're going to be there. You're going to get to that goal, Ron. Then I want you to recharge your batteries. What happens when our cell phones get low in battery? The screen dims. Background programs shut down. Things stop working. The reason that we have to be so careful when life is coming at us hard and fast is if we don't take the time when we can't move anyway to recharge those batteries, then we have to stop when life is really coming at us and everything is going on and everything is happening and we have to go, oh crap, I'm at 2%. I got to stop this, got to stop living, got to stop doing everything I'm doing, got to stop moving forward, plug in and recharge myself because I'm not going to have enough juice to do everything I need to do. So right now, while you are stuck, Ron, while you are feeling like the ice is around you and you are not moving at the speed you want, take this time to recharge your batteries, to rest, renew, rejuvenate, recharge, and recenter yourself on this path. Your life, this is going to be a temporary situation. The ice is going to melt. You're going to move forward again. But please make sure that you have your batteries recharged. You do not want to have to stop when you don't need to in order to recharge your batteries and think, well, if I had just recharged them when I was stuck in the ice, I wouldn't have to recharge them now. Okay? So be open, be cautious about recharging your batteries because life is about to really start coming at you. You are about to have a lot of things happening at the exact same time and have to deal with them. Okay? You are so welcome, Ron. If there's anything we can do or anything, Ron, please just let us know. Jess. Oh, geez. While you are out with your boyfriend and while you got your fiance, your fiance, while you are out with your fiance, while you are out doing the things you were doing, make sure to protect yourself. Make sure, remember, it's not just you there right now. It's you and baby can't protect itself. It relies on you to do the things that you need to do to take care of baby. But even beyond that, even baby notwithstanding, you are the only one that can truly protect yourself and know when you need to ask for help or protection. So while you're out and about, while you're doing all these other things, please be careful and cautious. There are silly people out there who do things that we don't understand. And you are your own best protection in this world. So take care of yourself, protect yourself, and make sure you're making the right decisions for yourself, okay? You're important, Jess. Not just because of baby. Baby's wonderful, but you are special too. Don't forget that, okay? And Jessica. I just saw that. All right. I will get that. Huh?
Patricia.
Yeah, Patricia just donated for a past life. I'll get Jessica Spano because I just already drew her. Jessica Spano, honey, you got Manaz. Now that tells me that there are a lot of people around you that you are interdependent on or that you are connected with. I think that it's important for you to understand right now that those connections are going to be important. The connections with people, other living beings, not necessarily human beings, I guess. It could be a little bit of everything, but the connection with the other living beings is going to be very important for you. I don't know what you're facing. I don't know what you're dealing with, but this interconnection and this decisions other people are making are really going to influence your decisions and what happens in your life. Please be aware that not every decision you make affects just you. And decisions that other people make are also affecting you. So be on the lookout for these changes and these interconnections to become very important. Remember, no man is an island and neither are you. Okay? All right. Patricia and then Elsbeth, I've got, well, don't want to do that. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cause you to be seasick. All right, Patricia. Let me get this here so that I can do this. 1 second.
And Patricia needs a rune.
Oh, Patricia needs a rune as well. All right. It's entirely possible, Jessica. There are these people, and I call them people, beings, whatever you want to call it, that are very important to your current situation. The decisions that are made by others are going to be truly affecting you. Patricia Wu. I closed something I should not have closed. Give me 1 second, guys. I've got to open something again so that I can write this down. I do keep track of your guys's past lives and things, so that if you have a question, I can try and answer it. All right. And Patricia Wu, you got Hagalas, which is the storm, babe. The storm gets a bad rep, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. The storm that's coming into your life, I sense, is probably going to be a lot of wind and a lot of rain, a little bit of flooding. You're going to need to batten down the hatches and make sure that the things that you are doing to protect yourself are in place. But I do think that the positives that are going to come from this storm are far outweigh the negatives that could be caused by it. I think that this is going to uncover a couple of new opportunities and possibilities that you really need to look at. Now, you may choose not to. You may choose that these possibilities, these opportunities are not something you want to take advantage of, and that's entirely up to you, but they are going to be there, and you are going to be able to choose to take advantage of them and change your life. Change your manifestations of your life to something completely different.
Hi, Kizzy. I don't know what's going on with yours. Green. It's fine on my end.
Yeah, it looks fine over here. Facebook seems to be doing some funky things. You might try going out and coming back in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Patricia, the first thing I am seeing is a mountain and a river and a tattoo. It is a mountain. It is a tattoo that a lot of people were getting in around your mother. Your mother had it as well. It is like a mountain and then a river coming out of the mountain. And it is a tattoo of the way home. In this particular life, and I don't know genre date right now. Nothing is giving it away. But this group of people that your mother is in part were refugees from some kind of a event, some kind of a flood. I am almost willing to put this at the end of the last ice age, not this particular end of the ice age, but the end of the last ice age. Because what I'm seeing is a radical change, a radical change of, a radical change in the environment. Hi, Brianna. I'll get with you in a minute, sweetheart. Again, if you guys are having problems, message Lynn. She's more able to help you than I am. I can't really deal with private conversations when I am doing lives. So if you need questions, that's why Lynn is here. She's producing. So if you have questions, please message Lynn on it and see if she can help you. But I can't really get to the private messages right now. Your mother's was an infant herself when her people were forced to flee or forced to relocate. And it was due to some sort of a major change in the environment. I'm not sure exactly why, but there was a major change and it caused them to have to leave. But the people who did the initial leaving, they all got this very unique and distinct tattoo. It's a very primitive tattoo, a very primitive tattoo apparatus. And it definitely it was the way home. That's what they called it, was the way home. And each child who was born after this relocation is given this tattoo. And your mother was given when she was a baby, and she is pregnant with you. So it has been at least 20 to 25, maybe 30 years between the mass movement and your birth. I believe that you guys are living in some sort of community, but you are kept very segregated and very separate. Your people, your group of people are, you can spend your money, you can do work, you can get paid, but you're not completely accepted. But each of the people have this tattoo of a mountain and the river. You are born, one of the people, and I think it's probably a grandparent or a great grandparent of your actual physical relation to your mother, is a wise person, a apothecary, a doctor, whatever you want to call it on that. They are a leader of this group of people. And you are born on what is to your mother's people a very auspicious date. It's some sort of a cosmic connection, like the planets lining up in a specific order type of thing. And you are born under this, which is to a lot of people an indication that you're going to be the person to lead them home or to take them back where they belong, get out of the situation, because they are, while they have settled in and your family is settled into this area and you work and you live and you have property, you don't feel like you belong. None of your families ever feel like they fully belong or that they're fully accepted, which they probably aren't. You are raised, because of your birth and the way that you were born, people ask you weird questions a lot, like, well, have you seen it? Have you seen the pathway? Have you seen how we can get home? And you are pretty much raised being expected to fulfill this huge deal. And especially when you're a small child, there's literally no way for you to be able to do that. So you're raised with a lot of pressure on you. And like a lot of kids who are raised with a lot of pressure, you go either completely throw yourself fully into taking care of your people, or they rebel. And you kind of did both. As a teenager, I see you rebelling, dating somebody, trying to marry or to move out of away from your family and embracing this other lifestyle. And I see members of your family actually stepping up and doing actual physical issues to prevent this marriage from happening, removing you from that person or removing that person from your life or your area. By the time you're a young adult, you have all of this pressure on you. You also have a lot of illnesses. You're sick a lot. You have stomach issues. A lot of that is stress related. So you grow up weaker than a lot of the other kids because of all the stress that was put on you. And I think there's a holdover from that life to this one. You react, I think, incredibly negatively to pressure like that. Patricia, I think one of the holdovers is the stress that other people put on you, that expectations from other people can really make you internalize that stress, and it can have actual physical manifestations of your body because of the stress that you're putting yourself under or that other people are putting on you. I see you trying really, really hard in that life to fulfill your destiny, to do what you had to do, to take people home, and not ever managing to really take up the mantle. When this wise person I was talking about passed away, you were really expected to take up that mantle and to do that work and to do everything that he or she had done. And that pressure put a lot of pressure on you. And I think that that is a holdover in this life, that you put a lot of pressure on yourself to make other people happy, to live up to other people's expectations of you. I think that's a definite holdover from that lifetime to this lifetime. In that lifetime, you tried to lead people. You tried to find the ways. You couldn't internalize it. You couldn't get it from you because there was no memory there to get. So you tried researching it. You tried finding ways of getting back, retracing steps. You interviewed people. You talked to people. You worked for the majority of your young adulthood to the point that I don't believe you ever had a child in that life because you were so busy, especially after the issue with you're finding somebody you cared about wanting to marry and then them stepping in and preventing it. I think you spent the rest of your youth trying to find a way to fulfill your quote unquote destiny, to get back what you were. I think that pressure is really something that you're still feeling to this day in this lifetime. You put so much pressure on yourself, sweetheart, to make everybody else happy and to fulfill everybody's vision of you that I think sometimes you lose track of your vision of you. No matter what anybody else thinks, you are a wonderful, beautiful person, Patricia, and you deserve to be treated with respect and love and happiness. You don't need to live up to other people's expectations. You just need to live up to your own. And you need to take care of yourself and stop putting the pressure on yourself to be perfect, to be everybody's vision, to be the best employer, the best employee, the best this, the best that, the best daughter, the best child, the best everything. You put so much pressure on yourself. You did it in that life. You do it in this life. You put so much pressure on yourself and you take accountability for things that have nothing to do with you. And I think that that is a lesson from that life to this one. I believe you passed away in your 30s trying to find the pathway up this mountain or up this river to this mountain. And I think you actually, before you passed, found the river you were looking for, but it had dried up or it had changed its boundaries. I'm not sure which. But you never got a chance to get back to your people to tell them that you thought you had found a way. You passed away trying to get back to your people. You actually spent your whole life and passed away fighting. And you didn't transition immediately because you kept trying to get back to your people to give them the information. When you finally did transition and you finally learned some of the things you had been through, it's a carryover from that life to this one. But please don't put so much pressure on yourself, honey. You are perfect just exactly how you are. You don't have to be someone else's vision of perfect to be perfect. You're perfect. The very perfect Patricia. Okay? All right. Elspeth, I'm gonna do yours here in just a second.
Kizzy and then Brianna and then Elsa.
Yep. I see that. Kizzy. Kizzy Uthala. Kizzy Uthala is family and where you came from. It is tracing your roots. It is finding your roots. I think there's something in your roots that is going to give you a message for your future. Something from your past, something from where you came from. So probably from your childhood or from your family history, your ancestor line, that's going to answer a question about moving forward. Now, if it would be if somebody were adopted, they were to do a genetic test and find their family to get information on their health issues. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Something from where you came from and something about the way you were raised or the way you were taught or the way that you grew up believing is an answer to a question that you've got now about your life. So look at where you came from to find the answer to where you are going and why you're going there. I think that's the actual question that you really need to hear is, why am I doing this? Why am I going in this direction? Why do I feel drawn for this? And that is going to come from where you came from. And who is it now?
Brianna.
Brianna. Ooh, Brianna, Kinaz. Brianna, Kinaz is the torch, honey. Brianna, Kinaz is the torch. And it is a safety net. And it's a warning for you to keep a safety net. Don't expend all of your energy. Don't give everything you've got. Don't make 100% plans and confirm yourself 100% for anything for the next week or so. Something is happening and you need to have some freedom to reevaluate things, to rechange what you're going to do or your obligations to people. There's something going to be happening that if you can participate is going to really move you in a positive step. Kinaz a lot of times is also about transformation and crafts and artistic pursuits and knowledge and that sort of thing. And I think that this knowledge or this maybe an ability to take a class or to do something where you are learning something new, this is coming up for you. And if you are taking obligations, you may not be able to do it because you may not be able to get out of what you're obligated for. So for instance, do not say, I am going to take over these people's shifts and come into work these days, even though I don't need to, because I got nothing else I'm doing. And then somebody says, oh, I have a class that you can go to and you can't do it because you promised to go work for people. So keep your obligations open for the next week or so, because there's something coming up that you're going to really want to do. You're going to really want to embrace. It's going to be really positive. And it's going to be a step in the right direction. And you're figuring out a lot of what you want to do and a lot of what you are.
Yeah, Elizabeth, I really like that set of runes too.
This one? Yeah, actually, this set of runes, hold on, I'll get it there. This set of runes with the gold on the edges
What gave me my inspiration
is what gave her inspiration for her Hogwarts runes. This one is done with gold mica powder on the edges. And Lynn's runes that she's got, I made her first set, which are her Slytherin runes, are really similar, but they are done with silver resin on the edges, and you can see they are really kind of hard to get a really good view, but there's some real intricate scroll work in there. So these are her Slytherin runes with silver and green. But yeah, I love the blue and gold. Those are really pretty. And if you guys want your own set of runes, I do make runes and I can make them in the style and color that you prefer. So if that's something you're really interested in doing, message me. And all of our runes do come with cheat sheets, so you can get all the information that we can give you on it. Remember, there's a lot more that we don't have on our cheat sheets. All right.
And feel free to make it make sense in case it doesn't.
Okay. You are the very first person to get this reading, Elsbeth.
You are, because I kind of...
She created this earlier in this session, so... All right, here we go. Elsbeth, the first thing is, what am I going through? And that is the Emperor. Okay? Now, the Emperor is about inspired actions. And what you are going through is those solid movements forward. The doing what you need to do to move forward. Be that, walking up some of the flights of stairs, or having someone pull you up in your wheelchair, or, coming home and having the kids make you the coffee and the Kool-Aid and getting you ensconced in bed all comfortable and happy and warm and safe. The Emperor, what are you going through? You're going through these inspired actions. These are things that you didn't get to do before when you were dealing with the other situation, because other people were making these and you were asking for these actions to be done and nobody was doing them. And now you've got people who care about you and who love you and who are doing their best to do the actions and make these actions and make you comfortable. And that's what you're going through, is you are learning how to take the right actions to give yourself the life you deserve.
Good. Good one.
Thank you. Am I in the right place? This is interesting. This is the Lovers reversed. What that tells me is no, you're not in the right place yet. You are not in the right place quite yet because you're not in a place of balance. Now, I'm not entirely sure what is causing that imbalance yet. But what that tells me is you are still on a path to some kind of manifestation. Enlightenment. Yeah, you're on the path toward this enlightenment, towards something that's going to make a lot more sense. But you're not quite there yet. You're still somewhat imbalanced unbalanced. There's some disharmony there that isn't quite worked out yet. So there's some animosity or some disharmony that's not quite worked out yet. Am I my own savior? I love that question, and I do love the answer too. That is the 3 of Cups.
Ooh.
Community. Finding your soul people. No, you're not your own savior. You are partially your own savior, but you are also the savior to others, and others can be the savior to you. You are finding this community where you have become such a core member that you are vital to the health and harmony of the community. And I think that's maybe why the imbalance is showing up in the previous question for a bit. It's because the community isn't full yet. We're still building this community, Elspeth, and you are building it right along with us. You guys, you are all part of this community, and you are all helping to build this community and make this community stronger and make it grow. And I think that that is what the imbalance is we're not quite to the point yet where you have become as important as you will be, because you are your own savior, but you're not only your own savior. You're helping to others to become their own savior, but you're also having others help you to learn how to save yourself as well. So I don't think you're your own savior, but I think you are the main instigator towards your own salvation. And then, what way am I maturing? And that is the Devil reversed. And that is release. By letting go of the past and letting go of the trauma that you've experienced, not just the moochers, but the JRA and the health issues and all of the other traumas, the diagnoses and the medical issues. That's how you're maturing, is you are letting that go and saying, I am releasing this to the universe and I am moving forward. I am saving myself. I am helping to save others, and I am asking others to help me save myself. And I think that is exactly the issue about not being your own savior, because while you are technically your own savior, you are also getting help from others to help, because you are your own salvation, but not your own savior. Your salvation, you are that decision making. You are that choice. And I think you're maturing by letting go of the things that no longer serve you. By saying, it doesn't serve me anymore. There's no reason to hold on to this trauma. Yes, it was traumatic. Yes, it was hard. But you know what? I've moved past it. I'm mature. I've learned. I've grown. And I'm continuing to move forward. And you are so important to building this community that we are. And you are all important. Every one of us is helping to build this community by sharing it with other people. By saying, you know what? Hey, I found these people online and they've actually helped me a little bit. You should check them out. You should check out their podcast. It's really interesting. Any kind of things like that, I really believe are you guys helping to support this community. And that's what I love about it. But that's the ways, that is, what are you going through? The Emperor, that inspired actions. You're taking the actions you need to move forward. Are you in the right place? Not quite. You are moving in that direction, but you're not quite on that. You're on the right beam, but you haven't got your balance yet. Let's put it that way. You're not quite balanced on this place yet, but you're working on that. Am I your own savior? That 3 of Cups says the community is your savior and you are the savior of the community and everything is interchangeable. And you may not be your own savior, but you are your own salvation. And that is the important thing, is you are making the decisions as to what you do and how you save yourself. And then what ways am I maturing? And that is the Devil reversed. That is through releasing the past and releasing the things that no longer serve you, moving forward. Exactly. You make choices and find the helpers that you need to rely on to help you save yourself. And I think that is a huge thing to move forward. You don't have to do it on your own. Just because you can be your own savior and your own salvation does not mean you have to do it on your own. Sometimes the best way to have that kind of salvation is to know who you can rely on to help you. And that's why this community is so important to me, is that we are all building this community as just that, as a community.
Hi, Junior.
Hi, Junior. So I think that's really important. I really like that spread, Lynn. That was a really good spread.
Do you like that one?
I do like that one. I like that one.
Some good deep questions.
That's some really good ones.
There's a couple you'll have to try on me after the live.
Yeah, we'll do some more on you after the live. Junior, Inguz, babe. Inguz is the successful conclusion. That does not mean your conclusion is going to be always successful, but that you're going to be able to successfully conclude something. In your case, however, what I think it is the conclusion that you are leaning toward, the decision that you want to make, but you haven't quite moved into fruition yet, is the right decision. You need to end the situation you think needs to be ended so that you can start a new situation moving forward. Remember, every ending is a possible new beginning if you decide to do it. Okay?
You did Chablis. It's around the
124.
24 mark.
Yep, Chablis. Elspeth was kind enough to write it down at the 124 mark. So if you go to 124, I think you can do it now, but certainly after I save it, you can go back and watch it. Okay?
Yeah, Elspeth, I actually...
That was very insightful. I am very impressed with that. That's very impressive. I think that spread's going to be very popular. We also remember... I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Here is our list of people. Oh, we have 31 people today.
Firmly in
Cranberry. We have Cranberry. All right.
Cranberry. You want a kiss? Mwah.
I love you.
I love you.
Let's see who wins the reading.
3, 2, 1. 20.
It is Salith. All right, Salith is the winner. Remember, guys, whenever we are live, we have the sticker above the head. I'll try and make it smaller next time. We have the sticker above the head that has all of the live specials that we offer. All you have to do is go to the donation sites, which were listed right here, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Go there, make the donation. Our tags are right there listed there, or they are also in the pinned comment. Then come back here to the chat and let us know, Mama, I donated for X, Y, and Z. That way I don't check up on you guys. I know I probably should, but I trust you. So we can go and you can tell me what reading so that we can get you there, because remember, every donation skips the line. You make the donation, you automatically move up to the next place behind anybody else with a donation, but before all the free runes. Also remember, every time you come see Live with Mama, and I am live 5 nights a week at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, somewhere on the internet. On Tuesdays, I am on the Gifted group, Gifted Psychics, Mediums, and Other Readers. And on Wednesdays, I am on the Grey Witch Tarot group. Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I am here on this profile, Luna Linby Guides, at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you can see Mama live 5 days a week. If you want to catch Lynn live, Mondays, Lynn is on the Gifted Psychics, Mediums, and Other Readers at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. She is not anywhere Tuesdays except sleeping in bed, probably. So she's not on there Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, she is on the page right here, this profile, Luna Linby Guides. Thursdays, she is on the Grey Witch Tarot. So that is where, and Lynn is not live on Fridays. So Tuesdays and Fridays, no Lynn. But all the other days, Lynn is live somewhere at 4 p.m. So check it out.
Elspeth would like to give Junior a oracle card for being number 31 and pushing it into Cranberry.
Yay! All right.
Because Cranberry is her favorite.
Because Cranberry is her favorite. That's so sweet. Thank you. All right, let's get you one here. Ooh, you got a good one, too. This is coming out of my Ocean of Wisdom, which these cards are absolutely freaking gorgeous. Let me get those back so I don't lose anything. And Junior, Sea Dragons. Embrace your inner power and let your majestic spirit soar through life's depths. Sea Dragons. Embrace your power, Junior, and that's really a powerful thing to hear. You are a powerful, beautiful person. You are amazing, and you have so much strength and spirit. Don't let that go. Embrace that. Okay?
And we got a therapist card.
And a therapist card. You can do the thing. You can do the thing. Whatever the thing is, whatever it is you need to do, you can do the thing.
Can do it.
You can do it. I have faith in every single one of you. I know that you guys are the most amazing, powerful people, and you can do anything you set your mind to. And if you need to hear Mama say that on repeat, let me know, and I'd be happy to post a video of Mommy saying, you can do it over and over and over.
Thank you, Ron. Enjoy your
You have a
weekend.
great weekend, Ron. Thank you so much for coming. And remember, check out our podcast it is at Be Guides. That is the name of it. And it is on iHeartRadio. It is on Spotify and Amazon Music. And soon to be on Apple, I believe. So
we're working on Apple.
we're working on Apple. It's a little more difficult, but you can also check out Be Guides on YouTube, and a lot of we're trying to post our podcast there on YouTube as well. But iHeartRadio is probably the quickest and easiest. You don't have to sign up for anything.
Yeah.
Just go listen to it for free on the browser if you want. It's pretty cool. So
yeah, the iHeartRadio just links straight to.
Yep. And go listen to our podcast. If you have anything, and Rachel, I got yours and we have added those. We're going to do a couple of them tonight. So if you have anything you want us to talk about, we would love to hear your suggestions.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you guys you guys care so much about us. We love hearing it. All right, Salith. The first card that comes up, honey, is the Six of Swords reversed. The Six of Swords reversed is about difficulties moving on. It's about being stuck. Just like Isa says, being stuck.
I just posted the link to it, Ron. You can go there and look at it.
I cannot answer anybody right now privately. I will get everybody as soon as I'm off here. But you will be able to watch this video. So the first card that comes up, Salith, is being stuck. It's not being able to move forward. It's not being able to take your stuff and start moving forward. The second is the Eight of Swords reversed. And the Eight of Swords reversed is hesitation. It is knowing there is something you can do, but being afraid to do that, of hesitating to do it, of going, I know I can do this. I know I can open the gate and move out of this and walk forward, but I am afraid to, so I'm going to hesitate to do it. So that's about hesitation. So the Six of Swords reversed is about being stuck, not being able to move on, and the Eight of Swords reversed is about hesitation. And then you have the Three of Swords. Now, remember, swords are about thoughts or mindsets. It's about self-imposed boundaries. It's about not the world is stopping you from doing something, but you are stopping you from doing it by being afraid the world won't like it. So the Three of Swords comes up, and that's about heartbreak. It's about divorce, pain. It's about separation. It's about losing things that are important to you. What I'm hearing here, Salith, is that you are hesitant to do the things that you would need to do to move forward. Right now, you feel like you're stuck. You feel like you're caught. There's no good way to move forward. If you move forward, you're going to do some things that are going to completely destroy something you don't want to give up on. You're still hoping for the best. Even if the situation is blown up in your face and it's in tatters and it's freaking out and it's horrible and everybody else is saying it's gone, it's dead, just bury it, move on. You don't want to give it up. That's the hesitation. You're like tying yourself in knots. If you look at this little guy, he's tied himself up with caution tape. He is so afraid of doing anything that he is now preventing himself from doing anything. And that's where you are, sweetheart. You are hesitating so much about doing anything that you are reinforcing this. It's like, I can't move forward. And even if I could move forward, I can't move forward. And you're making that self-imposed boundary because you're hesitant about fighting it. Because you know that there's going to be that divorce, that sadness, that separation, the depression. You know there's negative things coming for you. But here's the thing. You can get through these negative emotions. I'm going to draw you one more card. Yeah, that's what I thought. The last card I drew is the High Priestess. That's intuition and self-knowledge. You are going to have negative things when you move forward. If you move forward, if you give up on what you're trying to hold on to and you say, I'm done, we're moving forward, you move past that hesitation and you move forward, even though you don't want to. Yes, it's going to hurt. There's going to be negative things. There's going to be negative situations. There's going to be bad things happen. There's going to be pain, an issue. Ron, we'll go ahead and message that to you then. Can you message him the link?
No, yeah, we'll try.
So the thing is, Salith, and here's the real issue, I think, for you, baby girl. You're so afraid of moving forward and the pain that's going to come because you know it's going to hurt to move forward. You know that moving forward is going to hurt. It's going to cause issues. It's going to be difficult. But in the end, it's going to lead to your intuition, to your self-knowledge. It's going to lead you to grow and mature and to be happier. But yes, you do have to get through the pain and the depression and the issues before you can move to self-knowledge and happiness. But if you continue to put it off, you're just going to be putting it off and making yourself hurt longer. Negative feelings and emotions come for us, and we have to get through them. You have to go through it to get to it. To get to the ending, to the beautiful part of life that you can enjoy, you have to go through the hell. And you do have to face that, babe. Now, whether you do with that is completely up to you. What I am seeing is, in your future, you have the choice. You can continue on exactly as you are without changing. Embrace it, live with it, deal with it, and that's a possibility for you. Other people's decisions may make things worse or make things better, but that is a decision that you can make. And Ron, you're going to have to check your spam.
Sorry.
Sorry,
didn't care.
But Salith, what you do next is your call, baby. You can continue to stay where you are, to stay feeling stuck, to stay not moving forward because you don't want to go through the negative emotions. But if you do that, you're not moving forward. And in the end, that may be more of a cost than what you're willing to pay. But that is your choice. Okay? Everything I tell you is one option, one possibility. Your decisions is what makes it work or not. Okay? I love you, Sleeth. I'm here if you need me. Okay, guys. If you need anything, you want the link to the podcast, if you want to join the Bee Guides family chat, if you want to be tagged when we go live, whatever it is that you have, message us and let us know what we can do to help you. Remember, we love you. You're special to us. You're our community. You're our family, and we adore you. We love you, and we see your strength. Okay, somebody needs to hear this. We see you. We see you. And we accept you and love you exactly as you are. If you need us for anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. We will see you again on Monday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on Gifted, Psychics, Mediums, and Other Readers for Live with Lynn. If you need us between now and then, if you want a private reading, if you want something like that, please message us. We'll help if we can. Okay? If we're not live, we'll help if we can. I love you guys. Remember how special you are. You deserve to be treated with love and respect. You deserve happiness. Always. You deserve it. Hang in there for it. I love you. Bye-bye. Slow connection.
Facebook being Facebook.
Bye-bye, guys.